How we doing today, man? About 3 minutes until market open. I think today's gonna be a good day. I'm excited. We are 2 out of 5 winning days on the Lucid. I'm gonna kind of try and bump up the size to about 4 micros today per account because I'm really trying to get this thing the balance. I want the balance at around 2K, so I might do 3 to 4 micros there. But I want to start trying to aim for like $400 to $600 days if I can. That would be the dream. So $500 on divide by the 4 micros, $8 points. It's like 60 point move. So solid move. And then on the alpha futures, I'm just gonna go like 5 micros. Just trying to get the winning days, get another like 1-ish K payout. That would be cool. Just start milking this account. CPIs tomorrow. I'm gonna use Code Diego on the Alpha Futures 0 account on 100K again, and gonna use the CPI method. I recommend using the CPI method with the Alpha Apex. They're running 85% off. And Lucid, they're running some good sales. They have some one-day passes. Trade have some one-day passes, 30% off. So if you want to get some easy funding, it's a risk, but Code Diego on the props and use the CPI method tomorrow. I'm looking at open here to manipulate into this gap in discount, and then distribute lower. That's what I'm looking for. These lows right here. I think that we're going to go lower off open. I want to see us go to midnight open. So I want to see us manipulate above here because that'd be midpoint. So I have that kind of like line marked out. And then I want to see us distribute to midnight open and below. So if I got in around here somewhere, I mean, midnight open's all I would need. That's all I would need. So, and then again, yesterday we had some crazy news come out, or not, I don't really know what happened, but some news from, I think, the president. So we had this huge rally right near the end. So I think that we're going to kind of retrace this move because a lot of times that's what happens. We get a big impulsive move and we'll come back down. But I'm, again, not going to write out the fact that we could easily just pump towards highs and continue bullish. I would just kind of be shocked that we don't have an SMT at these lows. But we could be going to these highs. So we have a lot of clear, good targets ready to be taken. Obviously, on the higher time frame, we're bullish, but I'm just kind of leaning towards a retracement here on this time frame because we haven't had a single retrace to equilibrium on this whole move up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got to move at least to this equilibrium of this range, right? So from this leg up to here, equilibrium will be underneath these lows. So that's what I'm looking for going to the day. Again, I don't mind being an aggressive trade off open if it looks like it's the case. But yeah, I'm excited for these Lucid accounts today. I need to be locked in and focused because I'm going to try and risk a little bit more to make a little bit more. I want to aim for at least 3, 4, 5. That's kind of like where I'm looking for. And yeah, market's about to open here. So we will watch this thing open. So it's going to manipulate higher, hopefully, into that 15-minute gap. Perfect. Exactly what I want to see. And now I want to see it kind of reverse. So we may just run up, but now this is where I'd want to see us get a reversal pattern. This is where I need to see us reject if we were wanting to, which we don't have to. We could just pump up to the highs, which is very well the case could happen. Very well could just rip to the highs. 70-point candle off open. We have these highs. Let's triple check news. Tomorrow CPI, no real news today. Again, I'm going to keep an eye on this 15-minute gap to see how we respect it or disrespect it. That's going to be where my eye's at currently. But just because we faded midnight, or we didn't hit midnight open yet, leads me to believe we'd want to go lower. But again, we could go higher first, and we could just pump. But we didn't sweep any of these lows, so it kind of just leads me to believe, you know, we got some room lower. An inversion lower, this would be a simple, this is where I would target as the break-even point. Just trying to have a little bit more patience today because the market open trade, like I wouldn't long this, even though we got a really strong candle. Sometimes that's like, oh, how I get in, but not on this circumstance. This is a circumstance where I'm not as confident that we're ready to rip just because we had no liquidity sweep. We've had no sweeps of the lows, right? Yes, we swept some of these lows, but we don't have any prominent swing lows swept out. So we have Asia. I guess we swept out London, but we don't have Asia swept. So rather be patient today on a day like this. Does look like we're gonna go run higher though. But we'll see. I want to see how this fair value gap gets interacted with. Copier's still on. Hopefully that doesn't go away. I'm going to refresh and make sure it's still on. Okay, it's still on. We are pumping. Again, I don't really like an entry here. I wouldn't mind something like this, potentially. Then flipping and going for that. Then maybe I would be willing. If we come down here and reject that, then I would be expecting us to just run higher off this open. But that not being the case, I can't just assume that's what's happening. Or what I mean is I can't just assume that I could enter here, right? This is a very bold entry. Be like, oh, I'm just gonna enter here. So we will see. If we just run through this, I'll be shocked if we don't. If we come back higher, like if we get this inversion, I'll be shocked to not get the break-even point. But this is again where I'm kind of keep my eye. This is the important part. This would be a big stop loss. So I'd probably do 3 micros on these accounts. So I gotta wait here because again we could fake out like we're gonna go lower and then pump higher, and if we get a strong close above, then we probably just continue pumping. So a lot of room to be patient here today. A lot of room to be patient. ES had a strong close below. We have an inversion on the ES, and it's trading back into it. So this looks like it could be setting up something nice. So yeah, we could be setting up something nice. If we get a close here and then an order block inversion, that would be nice as well, like this. An order block inversion would be very nice. I'm not sure where I love my stop loss placement. If I'm being honest, I don't really love this 60-point stop loss, but all right, we'll see. I would want to happen on this next candle. I don't want it to be a multi-candle inversion. Like this is fine. We had displacement, so we're gonna have a rebalance, and then we get a nice order block. Like that would give me a lot of confidence in this. I might even just go 2 micros here. This is a big stop loss on these accounts, and then I'll go like 3 on this account. I mean, this is a huge range, so no need to be super over risk on. 8 seconds here. Okay, we are ready to go.
Order filled. Order filled.
Break even at the lows. Looks like it wants to run against us here. But I'm trying to do better with not going break even right away. So this is the lows I'm targeting for the break even point. Definitely happy with the 2 micro sizing. Don't like its hesitation here. It makes me want to close. I can't lie. Because I thought it would flush a little bit quicker, but just letting it do its thing. I've got to accept the outcome regardless, win or loss. Because I've got to remember all the times that this trade does win. So if it does lose, I can't be all mad because this trade could win, and if it won, it'd be a huge win. It'd be a 100-point winner. So so risk is there, our management's there. We just gotta let it do its thing. Let the edge play out. I don't like the hesitation though, I cannot lie. Want to see it reject now. Has that unfilled bearish gap, but I don't think we need to tap it. Can't let my fear of losing potentially stop me out from this trade. Like I want to close the trade, but I can't let this anxiety of the trade not going right in my favor and potentially losing stop me from winning, right? Like if I close the trade right now and it reverses, then I take a loss on a trade that's a winner, and that's something that can't happen. I think if we get a strong push below this low, we'll kind of take off here, but it's taking forever. So it's looking like a stop out. Just got to be okay with that. Got to mentally accept it. It'll probably give a re-entry off the high, is what I'm assuming. Don't love that reaction off that low. Go and break even on the Apex account, on the Alpha Futures account. And I'm break even on those accounts because I just not a big fan of the speed that we're in right now.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, nice.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
All right, break even on the runner. I mean, I'll talk about the management of this trade in a second here, but now I'm like really confident this thing's gonna run higher. Except for we didn't sweep it on the NQ, so I'm gonna give it a second here, kind of give me another idea. But the management behind that was simple. This was just really, really slow. What this was saying to me is that we were just really indecisive. We left a lot at equal highs. So I wanted to cover some of my position here and take some profit. And then kind of reevaluate. So I'm not upset with that at all. I probably should have just closed the full position there on Alpha Futures. But now I can't take a trade because we didn't sweep this low even. We didn't sweep any lows. So I'm just going to wait. But, yeah, I'm happy with not closing this trade here when I was wanting to close the trade. I definitely went break even a little bit quick, but again, it was just because I just didn't love the speed, man. And sometimes you just gotta trust it. So, glad I had my take profit a little bit lower than I need to. Could have secured a winning day if I just closed the position there, but that's not really as important as build the balance because I do need around a 2K balance to which request my goal, which is $1,000 from each account. That's the goal. So. I do think that if I had to enter a trade right now, I would go long. But again, it's kind of irrational to go long because the 15 minutes still respected strong. We have the lows, so if we go, I wouldn't even love trying to re-enter shorts on this 1 minute inversion just because we didn't sweep these highs. So it's kind of a tricky situation that I don't mind just kind of stepping away for a second, kind of seeing what happens. I'm definitely more inclined to try and trade my Alpha Futures account than the Lucids because the Lucids, again, they still need a lot of work to get to the balance I need anyways. So I do like longs, though. I might give it a go on this
Order
Alpha
filled.
Futures account. Ooh, I'm in on... Oh, okay. I was like, am I in on 21 account contracts? I was like, that's crazy.
Stop filled.
So yeah, the idea that we go lower still kind of stands here in my mind. Because we do have these equal lows. But we are chopping pretty bad right now, so. Yeah, I mean, the shorts still make the most sense. Probably just re-enter shorts with this inversion to these relative equal lows. But also don't mind this long.
Order filled.
Should at least hit that internal high. That's why I'm going to go break even. This looks good.
Stop filled.
Yeah, this is chop, man. I don't know. I can't really get a good read on what's happening.
Order filled. Stop filled.
I don't know, man. This thing's just not trying to run.
Order filled. Stop filled. Stop filled.
Oh, I'm getting frustrated today with this chop, bro. Should have just closed for the winning day on these accounts. I've been happy. I think. Still think we kind of just run lower here based on what ES is doing. But I don't know. This is a tricky day. This is a tricky day to navigate.
Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Take it. And then I'm locking out these accounts. Dude. Again, man, I'm so focused on, I'm locking these accounts out. Lock trading. Dude, okay. I need to lock out the account because I'm way too dang emotional with this day, the chop. First trade, this was the entry right here. Chopped around for a while. Went break even. Technically early, if my stop would have stayed here, it would have came all the way back up against me. Not stopped me out, came down, would have been break even now. But just, dude, same problems. Just not, just like so focused on dollar amounts because it's just like I know, okay, cool, now I have 2 winning days on this account. But what that does to my mind is like, okay, like I'm just like doing anything for a winning day because it's like that's how I know I get paid. But you don't get paid for, like, I don't know how I mean, obviously you guys understand what I mean because we all trade. But like being this focused on a winning day is like never a good thing. Like it's not a good thing to be just like it's like you get the winning days because a trade that's good plays out. Like that's how you get the winning day. But I'm trying to like force feed anything to artificially manufacture profits instead of just letting the market kind of do its thing and let the variance. So it's like a responsible me would recognize the fact that I'm trading way too emotional. The price action isn't that good. And I would say, okay, I'm just going to lock my accounts here. But then I'm like, but then the irrational side of me is like, oh, like I could just try and make a little bit more, be on my third winning day. And it's just like, that's just such a bad mentality. Because like, why would I go in? Like, I don't even hate a continuation short here. But it's like, do I really want to go red and then start chasing the rest of the day? Like, not really, you know, not really. I don't really want to do that. But I also want the winning day, which, again, what does the winning day even really do for me if I just make 150 bucks? See, if I would have got in there chasing the market, I'd be in some drawdown. Maybe it reverses, but I'd be in drawdown. My stop would be at like this high, and I'd be pretty panicked right now. So it's just not smart for me to continue trading. The market's is not very clean. This is not a clean market today. The trade that I took, if I would have, and I don't even mind taking the entry I took. I don't mind it. I don't mind going break even, taking profit where I took profit. I didn't mean to take it before. I just kind of, I guess, put it here. So this is a tricky day to read. I mean, my idea was correct off open, right? Manipulate this for value gap, which was the midpoint to then hunt these lows. It played out exactly what I told you guys from the start. But that's like the problem is that you can have the idea, it can play out, but you can still get chopped up and affected negatively, even when being quote unquote right. So right there, I would have immediately just taken a 44-point stop. I'd be down on the day. I'd be down like $100. So it's like, you know, maybe we actually go higher from here too. Like I actually, like looking at this, right? Looking at this, you'd say, well, if we inverse this gap here, we'd probably run all this low resistance liquidity on ES built up. Look at all that. We have SMT at this low, which again isn't the low that I'm like super concerned with. I was concerned with this low right here. But this looks like a really solid flip. that's kind of just doing its thing. So it's like, what I'll do is I have a winning day on Alpha Futures, so we have 2 winning days on both the accounts now, on the Lucid and the Alpha Futures. If we get an opportunity presented to us to get another trade, we'll take it. If not, then we don't take it, right? It's that simple. So 5 minutes rejecting. Like, again, I don't need to flip into bullishness because we haven't tagged midnight in the open. We haven't tagged these overnight lows. Like, why would I be just immediately flipping my entire idea? It doesn't really make any sense, you know? This is where, though, if we did get this order block closed, that's where I wouldn't mind taking this entry, because we had to retrace. We had to retrace back up, and then a clear displacement. First TP would just be 35 points to secure the winning day, and then I'd let the runner do its thing all the way to these lows. Okay, here we go.
Order
Get
filled.
in there. Plus 25, 10.
Order filled.
I'm just taking the winning day because what was going through my mind there was, gosh forbid, it reverses without touching that low, comes up and stops me out, and I'm still not at the winning day that I'm clearly mentally caught up on. I know myself. I know it could get ugly. So I just saw I was above the 150. Let me just secure that to not do anything dumb. Yeah, I want to recap this trading session though, because there was some quality stuff done. Like, this is a quality trade. It didn't hit TP, but I don't mind a break even there. And if you didn't go break even, your stop would be around here, so we'll see what happens. But again, looks like I didn't make the correct decision, but I made a decision that eliminates my ability to do something crazy. To do something crazy, right? What would be crazy? It would be for me to just, I don't even know, right? Just overtrade and overtrade and overtrade. Secure the winning day. Because at the end of the day, the winning days are how you get paid. So you kind of can look at it that way if you want. I mean, but the read on the market was good. We had the right bias come into the day. I said I wanted to see us manipulate into that 15-minute gap. I wanted to see that was kind of like my condition, and then we had a really nice strong bearish close. Came back in, trade into it, drop lower. Our first entry really manipulated, break even. Don't mind that. This was the good re-entry right here. I should have trusted this because when we were failing to go long, when I tried to take a few stabs on the alpha features, kind of showed his hand that didn't want to go higher. This was a good re-entry. You'd take profit at this low, and then these lows that are about to hit. And then this is also really good re-entry. With the stop loss here, I want to see how this plays out. It's also a really good entry because we still have midnight open untapped, still have this low, still have these lows. And ES had a nice flip towards these lows as well. So market was pretty difficult to trade, for me at least, but it made sense in my head the way it was read. So yes, was I making mistakes with my executions? Of course. But what was one thing that one thing I talked about a long time ago, that I want to emphasize here was a big thing that was difficult months ago was trading one XFA, trading literally one XFA. And what did I say when I first started trying to copy trade even the 3 Alpha or Apex accounts? I said that the biggest thing is that there's just different level of emotions attached to it now. The more you take steps in your trading, the harder it is to trade and to let things run, right? When I trade an evaluation now, I'm cool, I'm calm, collected. When I'm trading 5 funded accounts after not making any money in February, and I'm trading 5 accounts, should I be thinking about money? No. Like, I objectively shouldn't. We all know this. But it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to not focus on the money when you're doing something that's skill that could give you life-changing money, right? Like, my goal with trading is to make $5,000 a month profit from trading, just trading $5,000 a month, because that is, for me, a livable salary. That's like my goal, and that's something that, for me, it gives me the calmness and the confidence that, hey, I don't have a degree. I'm not in school. I don't have a backup plan. Like, social media and trading is right now what I'm doing. Maybe that will change in life. I don't know. But when you have 5 accounts and you get paid by your decisions, like if I get 2 more winning days and I'm above $1,000, I can make $2,500 and beyond, up to $10,000. Anywhere from, you can make anywhere on these 5 accounts, you can make anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000, right, in one payout. So that's a lot of money. I don't know about you guys, but $2,500 isn't just, oh well, the trade didn't work out. No, it's like emotional connection. And again, it shouldn't be like this. And I'm trying to, you build the experience to not have that. But I'm still attached to money. I'm still attached to the outcome. And that the only way you can beat it is by head on, right? By doing it head on. So, yes, I'm attached to money. Yes, I'm making emotional decisions. Yes, I'm doing the wrong thing, quote unquote. But you have to understand that you're going to be attached to it. It's just natural. But the only way to break is by showing up, and that's what I'm doing. So it's like if I trade one account, I'm a lot better at trading one account. Or if I'm trading an evaluation account, I'm a lot better at just being calm and letting the trade play out and doing its thing. But these funded accounts, they give you a profit target, they give you a drawdown limit, they give you a winning day requirement, they give you all these different things. And I've also developed a crippling habit of break even. I've developed a crippling break even addiction because I just cannot stomach any loss whatsoever. And again, I'm not like making this, like I don't make these videos to like try and rage bait, but like I genuinely, like you guys saw, like on this trade, like this trade here, I could just left my stop loss here. It's probably going to play out and it's going to run lower. Like, let's see what happens, right? It'll probably run lower, especially with the way this is looking. Like this trade, right? I could just let it do its thing. It's just right around the entry. This is a great entry point, this order block, right? I could even enter at any point. Now we're just going to go. And then I probably, like, and really, you don't even have to take profit here if you don't want to. Like, since it's not really even that big of a profit target. But this could be your stop loss. You could just be chilling. Just let it do its thing. And that's trading. It's like, it's easy from the outside. I wouldn't have to take profit till ES hits this low, or go break even. Like, I wouldn't have to go break even yet. Maybe you would go break even because that's a nice close, but maybe you don't go break even. Maybe you let it do its thing, you know? So it's like, right there would be boom, first take profit. Or I guess it didn't hit it. But yeah, I would. I mean, this is a choppy day. This is a choppy day, but this trade still is valid, right? But what happens? I have this crippling addiction to going break even. Why? Because I'm afraid to lose. Because I can't stomach the fact that if I do lose a trade, like if I did hit stop loss here, I'd be negative. And then because I don't trust myself, it's not about trusting the model as much as I don't trust myself to not try and make it back that moment. That's where the trust issue is. It's not that I don't really trust the model. It's that I don't trust myself when I turn red. When I see a red P&L, I don't trust what happens. It's not that I don't really trust the model. I trust the model. I trust what I can see in the market, but I don't trust I know that's not a 100% win rate. And even if I only lose 20% of the time, that 20% of the time makes me tilt. It makes me blow up. Doesn't actually, and I have control over that, but I am afraid of facing red. I'm afraid of facing the fact that I can tilt because I don't like anything more. I dislike nothing more than when I go on tilt trading and I just revenge trade, and blow my accounts. That's the worst feeling. That's literally the worst feeling possible. You blow all your accounts. That's the worst possible outcome is by over trading, blowing all your accounts. That's the worst outcome in trading. So I try and avoid that at all costs because I hate the way I feel when I do it. I don't love the way I feel how I trade today, where I go break even right away and I keep entering multiple times. But I feel better than when I lose and I start crashing out in revenge trading. So it's like I try and go break even so quickly, protect myself at all costs from losing because I can't handle it. And I don't know the quick fix. The quick fix obviously is just like everyone says, just enter the trade and walk away. But it is that easy. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not that easy because it is. I could literally still be in this trade just like I could do on paper right here. I could get in right here on paper if it reacts. Let's just say we were in on paper because it quite literally doesn't matter. I'm in on paper on this entry. And I could just quite literally let it do its thing. I literally could let it do its thing because it is that easy. There's no difference between me pushing this button here and me pushing the button on Tradeovate. There's zero difference. The only difference is the fact that I'm connected to the outcome of the trade, right? If this was a real account, I'd be like, oh my gosh, why is it chopping? Why did I not get break even? Should I get break even? Oh my gosh, all this different stuff. And right now, it could still go down. It could still dump. It could go hit stop loss. It could dump, right? And really, if you think about it, when we put in equal lows like this, we should be even more likely to go lower, right? So we had a little retrace. We have a little SMT at this high right here. And then now we should dump. Maybe we retrace into this gap. Who knows, right? I don't control the way the market moves. But, and again, so I actually probably would have made less because I would have taken profit around here and I would have been stopped out my runner here. And I would be at the $150 day. But, right? But, you just have to trust it, man. I just have to trust my trades. And again, that being said, this could be a stop loss. So do I hate going break even at this swing low? Probably not, because we make SMT with this low and it really should grab this low. And sometimes you do that and you reverse all the way up. And I don't really know, man. It's not like nothing's guaranteed in trading. And that's the hard part, is that there's so much uncertainty, and human beings by nature are not good with uncertainty. We like certainty. We like routine. We like predictability. And there is no real predictability with trading, like 100%. Like, right? Like, even if you knew, 20% of the time you're going to show up at the school dance and 80% of the time the girlfriend you invited is going to be there, the 20% of the time that she's not there still sucks. And you're going to try and do everything you can to avoid that 20% of the time where you get embarrassed. Or what's a better example? Let's say you were having to present something for a class presentation. 80% of the time your boy got you. He's going to be there at school to present with you and do your thing. But then 20% of the time he just doesn't show up. And then you got to fill in his part. Like, you're going to try and avoid that 20% like the plague. So it doesn't matter. Like, the probabilities as humans, we don't care about we care about the exception. We don't care about, just like in society, people don't care about the average. People care about the exceptions, the celebrities, the ballers, the athletes, right? That's who people care about, is the exceptions. Not saying that's good or bad. I'm not saying that celebrity culture, that should be the way it is. But I'm just saying people care about the exceptions. We don't think about the average. When we look at our life and we're not happy with our 50 grand a year, we don't think, hey, well, I'm doing better than a lot of the world. I'm making good money. We think about the exceptions. We think, I'm not making enough. I'm not doing this. We think in exceptions as human beings. And I'm not trying to say, oh, this is to cope. Like, I'm not trading well. Like, I'm not trading well. I have the skill set to trade at a way higher level. And I always tell myself, like, kind of in the back of my mind, I'm saying, once if I can get this lucid payout, if I can get this this 5K payout on Lucid, then I'll start trying to trade better. So for me, it's like back in my mind, I'm like, okay, let me just kind of like grind my way up to that 2K balance, grind my way to that payout, and chill. But it's not that chill, man. It's not that simple. It's not that. It's not. I can't just say like why is it that I attach an outcome with more confidence? Why is it that I could literally go and take two trades, a trade tomorrow and a trade the next day, and on Thursday I could withdraw like 3K in payouts, right? Let's say I hit for like, let's just say this, right? I make, let's just say I make 250, make $500, and we withdraw like $500, right? We make like 2,500. How is that $2,500? That payout from two winning trades? Is that gonna really boost my confidence that much? Is it gonna really be like the end all be all for me? This looks like we would go long here. This would be the break even point. This would be the entry point. Let's see what happens. But again, is that payout, is that going to be the be all end all for me? Is that going to be the aha moment? Is that going to be the life change? Is that going to be it? No, it's not going to be it. It's not going to be it. Why is it not going to be it? Because I've had almost 10K month of payouts. I've had a payout for 6 months straight. I've done a payout doing the right thing. It's every day you choose to make a change. And one of the things I listened to on some video the other day, and I've been trying to, like I've been saying, I've been reading my Bible more, and one person was talking about the daily bread, and it's mentioned, and I'm not a biblical scholar, so I'm not going to try and like preach to you guys, but what the guy was interpreting as, which was a cool perspective, even if it's wrong for the context of what he was saying, it's kind of a cool concept. God's bread expires the next day, right? And again, I can't quote anything because I don't remember exactly, but it was something like there'd be times where God would give bread to people and it would literally expire the next day. It would literally rot or whatever bread does, mold or whatever, and decompose. And it's to signify that you had to go to God every single day. You had to you can't let previous results or previous efforts, previous prayers, previous good deeds, you can't let that carry you into the next day. Every day it's a choice to make the right choice. So that's such an example in trading, is that it's not about the payout you got last month. It's not about the 10K month you had. It's not about the trades you used to take. It's about what do you do each and every day. And I have to go and figuratively choose the bread each and every day from my trading and be fruitful in my trading every single day. I can't say that I can't try and just get a payout so then I can ride off the coattails of that payout, and that's not going to fill me with confidence. What's going to fill me with confidence is doing my job every single day, which is waiting patiently for that setup, waiting patiently for my take profits to be hit, waiting patiently, or accepting losses, right? Accepting the process. That's what will bear fruit in this journey way more than force feeding, trying to just will your way into a payout, will your way into confidence. And that's where I'm going about this journey right now backwards. I've been in a tough period. February was really tough. This month started kind of tough. We're doing all right. We're just getting by. We're seeing the market all right. We're taking all right trades, but we're having horrible executions. But this is like, I have to be honest with myself, right? Which again, I get crazy clowned on, crazy hated on for this and for posting stuff, but I'm just showing you guys what the battle is day to day. Like, I'm not a mentor. I'm not here to teach anybody. Like, for all things considered, my videos are entertainment. I'm not here to teach. I'm not here to say this is how you do this, or this is the best setup to take, or this is the best confluence. I'm saying this is what I see in the market. This is what I'm going through on a mental. And I really feel like this channel is going to be huge on the psychology side of things eventually, because everybody has a different path. Some people took them 10 years to be profitable. You think that they didn't have the skill set earlier than that? No, they just didn't have the mental. This is tough. This is tough. And I'm not trying to be the guy that's like, oh, this is tough, like trading so hard, like whatever, blah, 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 like pity me. No, like trading doesn't have to be tough, but it will be tough. It will be tough. So this entry is beautiful. We would be at break even now. I don't want to see it run through this gap, and I think it would go pretty high. So it's a beautiful tape read. And it just shows, man. It's like if you just be honest with yourself for a second and you look at what the entries could have been for today. This trade here, this long, I don't mind giving a test on the alpha futures count, right? I don't mind that because the alpha futures count, I don't mind trading. I'm just trading that thing up to get payouts every 5 days. Like, if I can get a winning day, I can get a winning day and I can get a payout, and that kind of just puts some money in my pocket, man. Because again, you need money in life. That's the unfortunate part about trading is I would be very good at this if there's no money involved. If I got just whatever, but I could ramble forever, man. It's more so I just want you guys to remember that I'm not a pro at this. I might be I've made profits from prop firms. I don't know if I call myself profitable because it helps give me confidence. I don't know why you would not do something that gives you confidence. I can say that freely because I'm not charging people to learn from me and I'm not teaching. So it doesn't affect anyone if I'm profitable or unprofitable in their eyes. But for me, I'm profitable. I'm a profitable trader. But even as a newly profitable trader, there's still a lot of difficult things to manage with trading. And it all stems down to that desire to make more and have more and act out of greed and negative emotions instead of abundance of skill and prosperness and stuff like that. So yeah, man. CPI tomorrow, Code Diego and all the props. If you guys are gonna one day pass, I'm gonna probably get an Alpha Futures Zero account because I really love that account. I really love the Alpha Zero account. It's not my favorite to like if I was copy trading, but wow, you get 4K drawdown. Your max loss doesn't trail you when you take a payout. You take a payout for 5 winning days. Like it's a beautiful account. So gonna get one of those, and if I do pass it, I'm gonna keep the current one I have, trying to go for like $200 days, and then the other one I'm just gonna go balls to the wall, 1 mini each trade, like literally 1 full contract each trade. So yeah, 3 out of 5 winning days. I have to make a choice if I want to take a payout from these accounts when they're at $1,000 profit. So about 350 more. But yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? This run's really efficient, really beautiful. It would have been even better if we just grabbed this low, dude. It's like so difficult, so tricky to trade this because we're kind of edging both sides. But I will see you guys in the next one, man. Code Diego on all the props. Let me know if you guys are doing the CPI method in the comments below. Hopefully it goes well if you do it. Hopefully you guys have had a good start to the week. It is Champions League today. I'm super hyped. I don't have to go to my job, which is coaching soccer today. I get the day off, so I get to watch some Champions League, which is unfortunate because I won't be able to watch Madrid play, but that's besides the point, man. Beautiful day ahead of us. We're going to get some work done outside of this, get the content out, go for a run, watch the game, then go to the gym. It's going to be a beautiful day. I hope you guys are stoked. Once you're done with the day trading, I made some mistakes, but I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to sit here and feel bad, and it's not going to ruin my day. I'm going to walk away from this. I'm going to say, you know what? I can learn from this. I'm going to get better. It's part of the process. If you quit, you're never going to get there. If you keep showing up, you could get there. So, and you will get there. So, Code Diego, all the props. Subscribe if you're new, and like the video. Peace out, man.